LOS40.
Hi, my name is Lara. Nice to meet you. Hey. First of all, I want to say congratulations for this new season. As a fan, I really enjoy it. My first question is for Dominic. Ru and Jules' relationship is one of the central axes of Euphoria, but in this season, like a new character becomes emotionally involved with both of them. How do you find Elliot's influence on the relationship between Ru and Jules, like in a positive or negative way?
Man, I mean, somewhere in between, right? I think, in one way, he kind of helps maybe both of them grow a little bit closer and more honest, but also I don't know, he kind of messes everything up. I'm kind of the worst, huh? In the whole season. I don't know, maybe somewhere in between, probably more negative than positive though, I'm gonna be honest. People are gonna hate me.
No, I don't think so. I don't hate you at all.
Get to the positive. You know what I mean?
It does.
Okay, this is a question for Zendaya and also for Hunter. What was for each of you like the most hardest scene to shoot, and how did you prepare for it?
Ooh. I mean, I had my work cut out for me, but Z had quite the fucking season of hard scenes. Where do we start?
We begin. I let me see. Listen, this is not an easy show to do. And it becomes physically demanding because emotionally demanding, which I'm okay with doing because I really care about these characters. I care about their stories. I care about the people who resonate with these characters, you know, and I think that's why I totally am fine with as much work as it comes with. But there's a lot. I mean, it's very hard to just be like, this was the hardest day, because it's not easy to carry that pain for a character, you know, because you internalize it and you care about them too. You want them to make the right decisions. You want them to be okay in the end, you know. So it's like, you know, you're doing something, you're like, oh, just make the right decision for once, you know what I mean? And you root for them in a different way. So I don't know. I think there's an episode that I think was one of the most difficult things that I've had to do with this show. And it literally, you know, from the moment the episode starts, it just doesn't stop. It just keeps going from the moment that we that HBO comes on, you know. And you know, it was a tough several days. But what was special about it and kind of interesting about it is it had been written so long ago. Like, I had been sitting with this episode for like almost over a year at this point, almost 2 years. So it was kind of strange finally, you know, getting to the point where you had to do it, because I'd been like waiting. I was like, oh, I don't have to do it yet. And then the season got canceled. And I was like, I still don't have to do it. You know, it's like kept being able to dodge the hard scene, and then it was like right in your face. But again, I'm grateful to both of these two for being very generous actors and kind people, because it wasn't an easy episode to tackle, and there was a lot of patience and a lot of space given for me to kind of go through what I needed to go through, and I felt very supported, which is always what you need in order to kind of handle the weight of those moments.
In this second season, like, the big amount of sexual and violent scenes keeps being one of the most emblematic features of the series. So I was wondering, like, what kind of vision or meaning in the series and the stories does it bring these kind of scenes that could not have been achieved otherwise, you know, like maybe with other kind of scenes that are not so explicit?
Well, I think the meaning behind Euphoria and what has always been is the sense of, like, you know, of empathy and greater understanding for these characters. So even when they make mistakes or do things out of pain, out of desperation, out of confusion, out of whatever it is that they're dealing with, we always want to find a sense of empathy and understanding for them because, you know, somebody in the world is dealing with or experiencing these particular stories. And I think the point behind the story is never to tell anybody how to live their life, but to make people feel less alone in their life, right? That there's somebody else in the world that may be dealing with what they're dealing with. And I think that this idea of a greater sense of empathy or understanding for other people and their lives, I think has always been at least what we want to do with Euphoria. And sometimes that requires just kind of painful things being shown and painful experiences, which I think we all can resonate with. But yeah, I mean, I think what's most important is we have an environment, or we create an environment on set where we feel very safe. We have intimacy coordinators, we have, you know, everybody, and there's always the precautions and the steps that are being taken to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and safe so that they're able to do their best work. And to me, that's the most important, you know, because this show is not an easy show to do. And in order to do that, we have to feel safe and comfortable. So I'm definitely grateful for a great crew of people who protect us in that way.
Well, I would love to continue talking with you, but sadly time's up. So thank you so much for this great opportunity. And again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.